If you're still chasing that winning ad creative that everybody on Twitter keeps talking about, and you still haven't found it after weeks of testing UGC, video ads, static ads, buying those templates that haven't just been working for you, then this video is going to be for you, because I'm going to expose exactly how we're able to find winning ads and how you can take that information and find your next winning ad for Q4 before it's too late. Now, what if I told you that your creative may not actually be the problem, but instead it's who your ad is speaking to? You probably have been targeting the same person for the last couple of months, the same avatar with the same messaging that they've probably already heard multiple times before. So what I'm going to break down for you is how you can pinpoint exactly who your ads have been targeting, what you need to do to figure out what problem you have in your messaging, how to start targeting the right person, and how to do it at scale so you can find that winning ad as quick as humanly possible. And with that being said, if you're new here, my name is Izar. I run an agency called Simply Scaled, and we help brands scale to 8 figures. And what I do on this channel is basically share all of the knowledge and the things that we're learning running ads for these brands, so you can take it from me, use it for yourself, and hopefully find some success scaling your business as well. Cool. So the first part that we're going to be talking about is how to identify who you're actually targeting to begin with. When you look at your ad creative and you think, okay, I'm selling a supplement, for example, we're gonna call this supplement something that has to do with reducing inflammation. If your supplement ad is targeting a specific person, if you've created that ad with the thought process of, I want to target women that are above the age of 40 that suffer from inflammation. Now, inflammation itself is a pretty broad term. It can be pinpointed to a bunch of different things. Every type of disease you could think of is most likely linked from inflammation. So for the sake of this example, let's say that you've been targeting the, blood pressure angle for the last couple of months. You've been testing a bunch of different ads about blood pressure in women over 40. Now, you may have tested UGC, you may have tested static ads, you may have even tested all those template ads that you can buy from people that sell Figma and Canva templates. And all of those supposedly winning ads have not yet worked for you. You probably spent months doing this. If you're spending already about like $1,000 to $2,000 a day, you might still be able to be profitable doing all of that. But the goal with this is to find ads that will help you spend 20, 30, 40, 50K a day in Q4, because that's where the money is. Now, to find out exactly who you're targeting, if you did not create that ad with the sole purpose of targeting that person, is to reverse engineer your ads to see who they're targeting. So in your Facebook Ads Manager, you want to go to the breakdown and do a gender breakdown, find out which gender is the one that's buying the most from your ads. Do an age breakdown to see what age demographic is buying your product, and then do a location one, especially if you're doing multiple different countries, to identify which country do they live in, how old are they, and what gender are they. And with that, you'll have enough information to be able to identify, based off of your angles that you've been testing, who these people are. And you want to dig a little bit deeper into that avatar when you're looking into it, and not just think of it from the perspective of, okay, I'm targeting, most of my purchases came from women over 40. What you want to do is dig a little bit deeper and use the angle to say, okay, this ad was targeting women over 40 that have blood pressure issues because they are problem aware. So they actually understand that they have blood pressure issues, but they're not maybe fully aware of how they have those blood pressure issues, if that makes sense. So that's when you start mapping these out and seeing, okay, this person I targeted was problem aware, this person I targeted was solution aware, this other person I targeted was product aware. They're already aware of other products, other supplements in this space, and they chose our product over others. And what you'll see is you should start to see a unique distribution of sales based off of these different avatars at these different awareness levels. What you want to do is find the one that is the most profitable for your business and has the highest likelihood of scale, and that's the one that we're going to choose. Now, if you want to find out exactly what you're doing wrong and how it's not resonating with enough people to allow you to scale to that 10, 15, 20K a day in spend, then what you want to do is look at a couple of key metrics. You want to look at your hook rate, you want to look at your hold rate, and your average video length view. And you can add these columns to your Facebook Ads Manager, and that way you can actually see how long people are watching, your hook rate and your hold rate. And your hook rate and hold rate are not metrics that you'll find on Facebook. You'll have to create them. It's very wildly available these days everywhere. You can look them up. But basically your hook rate is a 3-second impressions divided by all of your impressions, 3-second video views, sorry. And then the hold rate is the through plays divided by your impressions. And that way you can understand how many people are getting hooked with the video, and then how many people are actually watching, a through play, which Facebook considers something along the lines of 15 to 20% through the video. Now, what you want to look for is extreme drop-offs between your hook and your hold rate. Usually a good drop-off would be somewhere around 50%. If you're getting a 40% hook rate, you should get around a 20% hold rate. Sometimes if your ad isn't that great, you might even get as low as you might get a really good hook of like 50%, but then your hold rate is only a 2-3%. That tells you that everything after the hook just isn't keeping people long enough. And if you look at your average video length of view, you can actually see that people are probably only watching those first 3 or 4 seconds. Whereas with a really good ad, you should see, especially if it's a video ad, this is all, by the way, for video ads, you should see somewhere around a 7 to 10 second average length, which divided by the millions of impressions seeing your ads means you're actually on the right track. So once you find out which one of those ads is actually performing the best and which ones are performing the worst, using those metrics, if you have a low hook rate, obviously it's the hook. If you have a low hold rate, it's everything after the hook. Specifically, we usually look at the next 5 seconds after the hook. Is why is someone choosing to stay and continue watching the video? If there's no real reason in those first 5 seconds, then they probably won't keep watching the video. Another metric I would look at is CTR. We take this metric very lightly, but we look at CTR for link clicks, specifically outbound link clicks. And what you want to look here is for somewhere around a 2.5 to 3%. If you don't have that, that means your CTA or whatever kind of urgency you're trying to claim in the video isn't strong enough, and that's not getting people to take action and click on the button right away. Now, after you've found that specific avatar that is the most profitable, and you've already looked at what are some of the issues that you have with your current ad creatives that may have not allowed you to be able to find a winner, now we actually have to think about what is the next step moving forward using this information to be able to create our next winning ad. Now, to do this, you want to dissect your best performing ad and look at the actual angle itself, the problem that you're bringing up, if there is any, the feature that you're highlighting of your product, the benefit that you're highlighting, any risk reversals that you're mentioning. You want to dissect every single aspect of that ad to try to understand why is it outperforming everything else. And what you'll see is that it will have some distinct features compared to the rest of your ads as to why that ad is working so well compared to all of the other ones that you've been testing. And what you want to do from here is then think about who is the perfect ideal customer for this. And when I see perfect ideal customer, everything, age, demographic, the angle, the awareness level that they're at, their sophistication level. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically how many times have they been sold a similar claim. You want to find what sophistication level they're at so you can meet them there. You can't talk to your grandpa the same way you'll talk to your brother about the new iPhone. Your grandpa simply won't get it. He's not sophisticated enough, whereas your brother is. So if you try to sell them an iPhone by just saying, oh, this one has a cool camera, your grandpa will just say, cool, I'll buy it. Your brother might say, how many megapixels is it? And that's sophistication in a nutshell. So once you understand exactly the awareness, sophistication, the feature and the benefit and the avatar for that specific ad, what you want to do is then go on a frenzy of testing a lot of different hooks, because hooks are 90% of the performance when it comes to ads, specifically in e-com. So what you want to do is test a bunch of hooks that are different awareness levels for that specific sophistication avatar. And the goal with this is to hone in on what actually works. So if you know that this specific feature and benefit work well together because of that winning ad with this specific avatar, then all you want to do is run different angles, test different hooks with different angles, 5 reasons why I bought this, or, the perfect X doesn't exist, ... Things like that, just to test multiple different hooks and angles to try to find one that actually works. And you want to do this in orders of 3s. So for every single concept that you make, you want to test 3 versions of it. So if you decide to choose a scarcity angle, what you want to do is test 3 versions of that. And what you'll do is you'll end up with a list about 15 to 20 different angles. If you test 3 of each of those, you should be around 45 to 60 different ads. You can push those all into your ads manager, simple CBO, every concept is an ABO, and then you can test those against your current winning ad for whichever one gets the most amount of spend. Now, what you want to do from here is, based off of all of those concepts that you just tested, all those different hooks, you're going to find the 1, 2, 3, how many of them that actually take some spend and start getting you some sales. You want to take those and repeat the same process again. And the goal with this, again, is to try to really dig deep on who is the customer that is most likely going to be attracted by your ads and is going to buy. And that's the goal of Q4 right now, is just to absolutely annihilate everyone in that space that is right at the verge of buying from you. And that's the whole point of Q4 anyways, is to try to get as much new customers as possible. So you want to understand what messaging resonates the most with the most amount of customers that want to buy your product. And some other stuff you could do as well to really hone in the messaging is to go on websites like Reddit, YouTube, TikTok, search up your product, search up that specific avatar now that you've found some of the problems that they may have. So women over 40 may have problems with, skin wrinkling, they may have problems with knee pain, etc. And you want to dig into those that are related to, in the example we used right now, which was inflammation. So you want to continue to use those resources to further dissect your avatar and find more ways to hook them into your ads and then connect your product to the problems that they're facing. And that's basically it. I know it's a pretty quick and short video, but that's how you can find your next winning ad for this Q4. Look, we're literally less than 2 months away from Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And if you still don't have the plan, right now it is the absolute most vital and perfect time to start thinking about one. You need to figure out an offer, have your creatives ready. All of your previous winning creatives, you want to reskin them for BFCM. So add banners to them, make sure that they look nice and clean and they have your offer very clear. You want to reskin your website to also be BFCM ready. So on your product pages, your homepage, you want to have banners everywhere that show the Black Friday, Cyber Monday offers. Look, you can go ahead and do all this stuff yourself. And to be honest, it is a lot of work to do. But again, a lot of people want to do this for themselves. But if you are currently scaling and you're too focused on other aspects of the business, whether that be product fulfillment, product development, or whatever that is, then and you want someone to help you scale this Q4, then there's a link in the description for you to go to our website, simplyscaled.com, and apply to work with our team. We'll hop on a call, you and I, dig through your business, see what opportunities we have for Q4, and if we think we can help you scale, we'll put a plan in place to show you exactly how we could do that. If you've made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you for watching this entire video. I hope you found some value in it and appreciate my cat screaming in the background for anyone who could hear it. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.